everyone, and welcome to another review. Today we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance that was released in the year of 2011. The fragrance is another flanker from a very popular house. We're talking about 212 VIP Men from the house of Carolina Herrera. Now again, this fragrance was released in the year 2011. It was actually released as a flanker to another flanker. It was basically released as a follow-up to the female version of VIP Men. And I think the slogan is, "Are you on the list?" So this fragrance was kind of meant to be a clubbing fragrance, a fragrance that you go out, and I think New York City, as with most Carolina Herrera fragrances, is kind of the base city that this fragrance is actually based on. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and, before I get ahead of myself, the bottle, as you can see, is very similar to the original 212 Men. It's got a little bit of a tinge to it, though, and it gives it kind of this, I want to say, more of a sleek, unique design, more of a, I guess you could say, like an upscale kind of design to it. Now, it comes in two main sizes. It comes in on a 1.7 and a 3.4. The 1.7 is going to run you roughly $74 retail or $72 retail, and the 3.4 is going to run you $30 or $84 retail. Now, you can find this much cheaper than that. Just do a couple searches online. You can find discount sites selling it for half the prices that I mentioned. So you can easily get this one under $40, which is a pretty good steal for, I believe, what you're actually getting. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get right into the notes of this fragrance. The notes of this fragrance consist of, at our top, we've got lime, caviar, pepper, ginger, and passion fruit. For our mid, we have spices, vodka, gin, and mint. And for our base, we have amber, leather, and woods. So a very unique note lineup. A couple of notes that really aren't used in fragrances. Caviar is the one that bounced out to me. I've actually smelled caviar once before. I couldn't really get it from this scent, but the major players of this scent, immediately when you spray it, you're going to get this very heavy ginger scent. This ginger scent that kind of reminds me, I got this ginger scent that kind of reminds me of Dior Homme Sport a little bit, but as the fragrance kind of develops a little bit more, that passion fruit really begins to show in this fragrance. And but what I mean by really begins to show is it really comes out and kind of engulfs the fragrance. Now, as it engulfs the fragrance, give it about another hour or two, which is when you really start getting another two notes that I like. Now, as many of you know, I love alcoholic notes that are within my fragrances, and vodka really comes out in this one. Now, I know some purists are going to be saying to me, vodka has no smell. Vodka has no smell. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I agree, really good vodka doesn't have a smell. But for most vodka that I smell, I can smell Smirnoff, I smell what is the other one? I think like Grey Goose, the French one. Vodka has a smell. Those vodkas have a smell to me. But I have smelled good vodka that does not have sniffed good vodka that doesn't have a smell. So please just take that with a grain of salt. I do get a vodka note from this one, and this one sticks around for about roughly 2 hours from the scent. Now, you also get a little bit of a minty vibe through it, but after that 2 hours, and once you start going into the 4-hour mark, really the passion fruit is really what keeps shining through. Passion fruit, ginger, and then you start to get more of leather and amber. So it basically becomes this this fruity, gingery, leathery scent, basically, which sounds really weird, but at the same time I'm telling you it's really good, and it's really perfectly suited for going out. The first thing that I smelled, I actually smelled this fragrance quite a while ago before I knew what it actually was, and the immediate thought that came to my head was, oh, this would be a good clubbing scent, and I really think that this is a good clubbing scent, and that Carolina Herrera really achieved their goal when they released this of making a good clubbing scent. So this has got a very nice, fruity, fun, inviting sort of vibe to it. This has good projection. It stays around on your skin in terms of longevity, easily over 10 plus hours. So you go out on night on the town, it's going to last the entire time through it. Now, as far as projection goes, people are going to smell you a good 3-4 feet away, which is very helpful because this is a compliment getter. This is a fragrance that garners compliments. It got like 2 or 3 compliments from me wearing it over the course of a year. So I'm telling you, this one is a good compliment getter as long as you wear this one responsibly. Now, one of the downfalls to this, I mentioned the strength, is the fact that it can be a little cloying if you spray it too hard. don't go over 3 sprays. Do not go over 3 sprays, or you're probably going to over apply this, and you're probably going to start getting a headache, as I did when I tested it with multiple sprays on. So just to caution you, beware of that. Now this is good fragrance for the club. It's a good casual scent. I really wouldn't recommend it for work. It's just a little bit too fun. I like to be a little bit more serious at work. But if you have a job and a profession where, being upbeat fun is a little bit more, then this one might be able to suit you a little bit better than it did me. It's a great all year season scent, so basically you can wear this one spring, fall, summer, winter. You can wear it in, you can pretty much wear it in any of those seasons. So give it a try and give it a shot in all those. Now, age group wise, I think this is a good age group or fragrance for any age group, but I think this really shines with younger people, especially if you're like a young professional just fresh out of college. I think this one might perfectly be for you. College as well, pull this one off, you'll do perfectly fine. So, if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give it a rating an 8 out of 10. Now it gets an 8 out of 10 for a number of reasons, but the primary reason is this is a fun, it's an energetic scent. It's a scent that really just speaks volumes when you're wearing it out, especially with a night on the club. And I really do like the vodka tinge to it. Even though the vodka scent doesn't stick around too long, I still do like it. The passion fruit gives it this uniqueness. It gives it this citrusy scent, but at the same time it's a citrusy scent that not many people have actually smelled because, passion fruit isn't really one of heavily used citruses that are around within the fragrance world. So you're going to be smelling unique when you wear this one. And for the price, you really can't beat it. It's such a great price that you're going to get for this fragrance. Now, the reason why it doesn't get a higher mark than it actually does is, one, be careful with the spritz. I do think that you might run into a little bit of trouble if you're dancing the edge between I don't want to spray too much, but then people might not smell you. But if you spray too much, people will smell you. But at the same time, it might give you a headache. So I really didn't appreciate that jump, in between the two for the fragrances. And the final thing that I say that you want to keep in mind is it's the limited use basically. I think it's a good clubbing scent, but beyond that, personally, just can't really get down with it. And for that, it's not going to get top marks for me. But it is, at the end of the day, a very good fragrance, and it comes recommended by me. So if you can get your hands on it, give it a try, see what you think of it. I do think it's one of the better offerings from the House of Gardenia Herrera. All right? So thank you, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day. Let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance and, help each other out. Take care, guys.